Hey TVs, it's Lord Ision, also known as Psychic Bob. Well, I'm sitting here tonight and contemplating a magical stone. This is my silver pentacle, and it has a beautiful moonstone inset. Can you see that stone? It's a silvery white stone. This is called a moonstone, and moonstone is considered a very magical stone. And some people say that when you wear a moonstone, it draws the fairies to you, the Fae people. I think there's some truth to that. You know, I'm a big believer in the Fae people. There you go. How you like that? See, here's my silver pentacle. And tonight, I know I'm getting this video out late to you guys. I've just had a busy day, and it's kind of like this. The spirit is willing, but the flesh is weak. So I got to it when I could get to it. But I'm glad to be here with you guys, and I wanted just to come to share a magical book with you today, a book that I love. It's called The Art of Fairy. And this has got all the top different authors in it. It says the foreword is by Brian Froud, and it's presented by David Richet. But this is showing some of the top artists who are artists who draw the Fae. And what's interesting is they tell the story of the artists in here and how they got drawn to the Fae. So it's a long book. It's got a lot in it. But I just thought today we'd talk about the concept of the Fae, what they look like. And many people who have seen the Fae have described them similarly. Some have said they're small, little, beautiful people with wings. Some have said they're life-size. And the truth is the Fae can be small or large. They're like humans. They're all forms, shapes, and races. There are Fae that are black. There are Fae that are white. There are Fae that are Asian. Yeah, don't think that just because the majority of the art is done in the Western world and shows Caucasian people. Many people in China and in Japan have reported seeing Fae, and many of their Fae look Asian. So Fae cover all races, which I think is really cool. Just like humanity, we cover all races. But I wanted just to show you some imagery today from this book because I just think it's really spectacular art. And for those of you who said to me, a lot of you have been writing and saying, I think there's a fae in my yard, or as the leaves are changing, I swear I saw a fairy. And the chances are that you saw a fae is very probable. This first picture is by Brian Froud, who's one of my favorite artists. And let's see if we can do this without the glare. But look at this fairy. This looks a lot like the Tinkerbell fairy. It's not Tinkerbell, but notice the beautiful luminescence. Many people report when they see the fairies that they have a beautiful glow like that around them. I think that's wonderful. So I'm going to show you that picture. I'm just going to show you some of the artwork in here. I'm not going to read all the biographies and all. That would take forever. But here's another fae. This looks like a wise woman here. And notice at her brow, there's the crescent moon. I think it's safe to assume that most of the fae are pagans. For the very pagan faith, I believe, originated from the Fae people, and humans adapted it. And humans that went among the Fae experienced the pagan faith. But this is clearly a pagan fae. She's holding out apples. Apples are signs of magic. And she's got the moon at her brow. It looks like some sparkling light or pearls in her headdress. Look at her gossamer wings. Just beautiful. This book is really amazing. I just recommend it. If you want to been working on a concept of the Fae, here's one by the author John Arthur, a painter named John Arthur. This one is beautiful. It's very earthy. And the Fae certainly are earthy. There's some gnomes. Do you see? And then another, I don't know if that's a fairy girl or a human girl. Looks very Fae-like, both of them. Isn't that beautiful? Look at that. I think sometimes when we're trying to evolve spiritually, sometimes we need a little inspiration to kind of get our mind going in the right direction. And I think art, particularly visionary art, is a real great source of inspiration. Many of the painters who painted and drew these images, here's some more. Look at these beautiful, look at that beautiful angelic looking Fae. She's got like butterfly wings. Many of the authors and artists who drew these Fae pictures themselves claim to have received either direct vision of Fae at some point in their lives, which started them on the path, or they had visionary experiences while in trance. The Fae would present themselves to them, and they came to know the Fae. So, very mystical. Here's a lovely one. Let's see if I can find the name of this one. Not sure which one it is. Facing. Okay. This is called Wood Nymph. This is by Jasmine, Beckett, Griffith. Look at this one. This is beautiful. All done in shades of green. See, this echoes the green man's sentiments of the pagan faith as well as the green lady, the goddess. And there's a little wood nymph all in green in the middle. And it looks like there are some shrines, like some stones around them that maybe, because it is believed the Fae have a pagan faith, so they set up their own little altars and shrines. This looks like she's at a shrine. Do you notice the moon in the background? Do you see up here? The moon peeking behind the rocks here. Really beautiful. Hope you guys can get a good view of that. So when we talk about Fae, one of the things I've got to say is the Fae are real. People write to me letters all the time and say, "PsychicBob, is that real? Are the Fae real?" And the truth is, yes, the Fae are real. And I think that these pictures really do many times capture them very, very accurately, I'll tell you, because I've seen the Fae, and I one time literally saw a fairy flying between two trees. Like, it was a little lady. She had wings. I know people think I'm crazy, but I did see it very quickly, but I caught it. And I've also had them come to me in deep visions and meditation when I'm opening my channel. And a lot of times they actually look like the artwork. Not always. Sometimes they don't have wings, but most of the times the ones I've encountered do. Here's one of my favorite visionaries, Amy Brown. And I love Amy Brown. I've shown you some of my prints that I have of her. But look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look at her riding on the stone dragon. She's sitting on like the top of a building. Isn't that beautiful? Look at her feathered wings. Notice her pointed ears and her pagan tattoos. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. There's some more little Fae down here, these two talking. By the way, fairies can be male as well as female. Most of the pictures show females, but they can be males as well. Here's another beautiful one. Look at that. That's an Amy Brown one. I love Amy Brown's work. I collect her work. I have some beautiful original prints from her. Here's a male fairy, talking about male Fae. For those of you guys who say, well, are there men Fae? Absolutely. Look at that one. He's standing proud wearing his suit. Isn't that just beautiful? Look at his ears. So there you go. See, yes, fairies are male and female. I mean, they reproduce just like humans. So, there is an element of sexuality. Got to be careful what words I say with the Fae. Here's a beautiful one. This one is this is a famous one. I've actually seen this one. I don't have it in my collection, but this is called Mystic. Oh, she wrote a little thing. It says Mystic. In Mystic, I wanted to portray a sense of spiritual power. The fairy is a shaman meditating on her precarious perch. She is calm, sure of herself, and in complete harmony with her surroundings. Okay, so here is that one, Mystic. Can you see that? Really lovely, isn't it? Over here's another one. This one is called Lighting the Way. Oh, I love that one. I wonder if I can still get a copy of that. This one is just one of my favorites. Look at that, Lighting the Way. See, she's carrying the lantern of light and hope. And this is what the Fae do. They come in to help humans. They really are our allies if we'll let them be. So this one is lighting the way. So I wanted to come here today just to kind of share some of this art with you and open your mind to the reality of the Fae, that the Fae are amongst us and helping us. Oh, here's a lovely one. This one is by James Brown. This is a fairy working with crystals. Now, I know a lot of you love crystals. Do you see her reaching down here to the crystals? Isn't that beautiful? So you see, the Fae are very powerful, very majestic. And I have to tell you, I really love this book because I really think that these artists really capture it. I think that the Fae is really here. Here's David Delamare, another artist that I love. Look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? See her playing her flute under the moon. Very magical, very pagan. Oh, and look at this one. This is absolutely spectacular. This one is called Little Wings. Okay, so this one's called Little Wings. Look at that. That's David Delamare. Can you see the Fae sitting there? Isn't she beautiful? Basking in the moonlight with her gossamer wings. That is just beautiful. And it looks like she's sitting on the edge of a bird nest. Do you see there look like a bird nest with eggs down in it? So she's guarding little baby birds that are about to be hatched. And that's what the Fae do. They're guardians of the animal kingdom, guardians of the plant kingdom, and they're guardians of the human kingdom as well. So here's another one. Oh, this is lovely. She's literally riding on a snail. This is called The Deep Woods. Okay, look at this. I like David Delamare because he paints in these beautiful shades of blue and white and silver. You see the snail down there? See, she's riding on the back of the snail. Just amazing. Anyways, guys, I could go on for hours and hours, but I just wanted to spend a few minutes with you today to just kind of introduce the concept of the Fae. I didn't have time tonight to set up a whole Fae altar and teach you fairy magic, but we'll do that soon too, because with the holidays coming upon us, I think working with the Fae is a wonderful way to connect to the energy of the season. And we'll do more on fairy magic soon, but I just want to share with you this book. I highly recommend it, The Art of Fairy, and it's a wonderful book. Okay, and it's presented by David Riche and forwarded by Brian Froud. Okay, so there you go. Anyways, guys, well, listen, I'm going to wrap it up. It's late here, but I did want to spend a few minutes with you, and I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful night. Listen, if you didn't see yesterday's video, we had, what was yesterday? Tuesday, we did Messages from the Spirit World. So I did psychic readings. If you didn't see that, check that out. It's in the queue right before this one. And don't forget, this Saturday we're having our psychic development class. So if you've been wanting to tune into the spiritual realms and learn how to access those realms, maybe even connect with the Fae, you might want to join my class. This week we're going to teach on trance channeling. That's the mechanics of how a spirit fuses with the body of a medium to speak. So if you're interested in that, go and sign up. You go to my website, which the link will be below this video, PsychicBob.com. And when you scroll down, you'll see it says Psychic Development. There's a little video where I talk about my class, and then a little PayPal button. Just click that PayPal button, enter your information, and that is your registration. That's all you have to do. I will get notice from PayPal, and I'll put you on the class list. So we're going to do the class this Saturday at 12 noon Eastern U.S. time. That's 12 noon Eastern, 11 Central, 10 a.m. Mountain Time, 9 a.m. Pacific Time. For those of you in Europe, it'll be 5 p.m. London time, 6 p.m. Paris time. So I hope you'll join us. It's a 2-hour seminar. Now, where else are you going to get psychic training from one of America's top psychics for only $30? 2-hour class. You get to be with me, Psychic Bob for 2 hours, and it's live interaction through Zoom. Don't worry if you don't have Zoom. You don't have to have it on your machine. I will send out a link about a half an hour before the class, and when you click on that link, that will open you into the classroom. And there'll be other people there. You can all see each other and talk back and forth. It's interaction. Now, I got some people who say, well, I want to be in the class, but I'm shy. I don't want anybody to see me. That's okay. You can turn your camera on or off once you're in the classroom. So don't let that scare you. But everybody's been coming and having a great time. So I'd love you to join our Saturday class. Anyways, as I said, we're talking about trans-channeling. So I hope I'll see you on Saturday. Anyways, be here tomorrow. It's Thursday tomorrow. Vlog Thursday. I don't know where we're going yet, but we'll go somewhere and have some fun. So be back here then. I love you guys. Thank you for your blessings and your support. And Psychic Bob is with you. And may all of you, until tomorrow, blessed be.